centers, what we call social enterprise. Now, besides that, what the university is also trying to do is to get industry and community involved in this social enterprise. So this is how the university, the UCSI University, I'm not sure how other private universities operate, and this is what the praxis concept is all about, is to get as many people as possible involved. And therefore, we have expanded and enlarged the community, not only to include students, parents, our own staff of the university, but also industry, and of course community, like as mentioned by the chair just now. This practice university concept not only benefits staff, as mentioned just now, from the financial angle, but from the students. They also benefit from the learning experience. And that's why we mentioned that perhaps we have got to change this idea of teaching into nurturing via guiding, via experience sharing, via co-experiencing, and so on. And therefore, this praxis concept or praxis university concept does indeed embrace community engagement ideas. Now, besides that, what the university is also trying to do is lately, in fact, the project has started. The university have built a private university hospital. And this hospital, since it's a private hospital, caters mainly to those in the upper income group. But then that's not community engagement. So what the university is trying to do is, beside catering to medical tourism, which is a big thing right now coming up in Malaysia, they will also have a private wing, they will also have a public wing for those lower income earners. Then this is, in a way, a reverse from public universities where they have a teaching hospital that caters mainly to the public, but they have a private wing. Now we reverse it. We have a hospital that caters mainly to private patients, high-income patients, but we have a public wing. Now I mentioned just now hotels. Hotels is also one of the areas that the UCSI group is developing, and we are building a hotel next to the university hospital. Now, in the pipeline, that the university is thinking of including a budget wing for members of the less well-to-do patients. So that, in a way, is the university's little effort in trying to help the community. Now, just now you saw here, you see the extension program there. The extension arm is also considering offering courses on social enterprise. And in partnership with industry, the UCSI group is exploring the concept of implementing social enterprises via a center which is called the Business Innovation and Ideation Center. And very often when we talk about business, about innovation, we only talk about scientific innovation. But this center also encourages social innovation. So by doing that, then perhaps a lot of ideas on the community engagement will then be in place. This, I mentioned this already, praxis model. In short, for a for-profit private university, the circle and community has to also include students, their parents, as well as staff of the university, and engagement with them have to be well strategized and properly executed. With that, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Lim. Please allow me to have one more minute to make a final conclusion. I'll try to make it short. I believe that all of us sitting in this plenary would agree with me that conceptually there is no problem to adopt university community engagement concept or principles or ideas or whatever you call it. However, these concepts can be differently interpreted. It depends upon your status, whether you are a private university or you're a public university, whether you have sufficient resources or not. Or, if you are hungry, you cannot feed the others, right? But once you are in a better stage, you may be able to move forward into this line. Anyway, whether you are rich or poor, the UCE concept is important, and it is a very similar, I guess, to the university social responsibility concept, which we can study in tandemly. We also have a food of thought that we interpret the term community differently. We may define community as the traditional community, but in Malaysian case, the term community has been expanded to cover the students, the parents, the staff, the corporates, the industry, and so on and so forth. So it is a question to all of us that how can we define the term community in the future, because the circumstances has been changing rapidly. And we also hear different kind of programs on related to university community engagement. Some of the institutions treat it as a project base. Some has been institutionalized in their curriculum or in their service center. And last but not least, participation from various sectors is very, very important, because it's not only help us in terms of financial resources, but also in terms of different other resources for teaching our students or conduct research or to do extension services like what we heard from Mae Fah Luang University. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry that I cannot allow any comment or clarification because time is already gone too late. So may I invite all of us to give a big applause to all 5 panelists here. Thank you very much.
Next, Dr. Rong Yen Gosayakanon from Mae Fah Luang University, Chiang Rai. Next, representative for Assistant Professor Dr. Pradeep Thakerm Rangsarit from Phayap University. Next, Dr. Suchat Meungkyaw from Lampang Ratchapat University, Lampang Province. And the last one, Dr. Chittik Mongkol Chairanya from Thammasat University. Another one, Professor Emeritus Dr. Lim Kun Ong from UCSI Malaysia. Sorry. Thank you so much, everyone.
On paper particularly, it must be composed of value-oriented syllabus that should encompass, that should include all sorts of current problems, political problems, economical problems, societal problems, case studies. The outcome is fruitful, will be fruitful.
Sorry, I have to ask this question. I thought you actually mentioned about the caste system in India, and that actually proves to be a very difficult problem in actually giving this racial tensions and everything. My question is, how, since it is very deeply embedded in religion, the caste system, how is it possible that you want to say that the university higher education system is one of the ways to solve all the problems? I mean, can you explain that? I'm really...
See, that's what it takes time. It takes time, of course, because a lot of years, immediately we could not expect such kind of change. It is in the hands of university and the syllabus, the curriculum of universities to mold the human community, but we cannot expect a change immediately. It takes a lot of maybe 60 years, 100 years, 200 years. I'm just giving my own.
Any other questions?
Can't you say it such that it's illegal to practice that? The caste system. Is it illegal or is it still legal to practice the caste system?
As per constitution, it is illegal. As per Indian constitution, it is illegal. But even I have classified as per Hindu religion, Varna Sharma Dharma. There are 4 identified classes on the basis of what they do. Brahmins, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, and Shudras. That is the lowest classification. If a particular person from Shudra community committed any wrong, or if he is married any towel, they should not wear that towel here. Only higher caste people, they should wear towel here. Lower caste people, they should tie their towel in the waist. If any person from Shudra community, lowest community, if they ride bikes in the streets of upper community, he will be killed. He will be killed immediately, or he will be stoned to death. Likewise, and even in Indian caste system, if there is a coffee shop, tea shop, separate glasses for upper community people, separate glasses for lower community people. If anybody took his coffee or tea from upper community glass, all the nations has got its own problem. Like now, at present, the current scenario of world is engulfed with the religion.
Right. So what is the repercussions of this supposedly tension?
So the empire government position in India, political positions, everything is occupied by the upper class people. Brahmins or Kshatriyas, the police station or nearby. Even some 3 months back, I think in Uttar Pradesh in India, he is involved in theft. And she was paraded naked because she has
connections. So what is bringing to peace in terms of solving the problems that we have indicated earlier? We found that instant communication between both parties by providing mobile communications using SMS or text. We don't feel that internet is as a solution because most of the farmers, they could not afford internet. So SMS or text is the best way. And on the other part, in terms of the system itself, we provide some algorithms using artificial intelligence methods in the form that we would like to get some risk analysis based on the feedbacks that was given by the farmers, and as well as the weather forecast. What we're trying to do here is to gather many weather forecasts from different sources and do some algorithms and making it more clear for the farmers to predict, the mother officers and staff and farmers. Okay? And they can register using the system. So this is just a snapshot. And they communicate through SMS or text, as well as within the area.
So if you see here, we have, they can SMS broadcast information. They can view at reports.
We do have some reports for the administrator to look up. Mainly, most of the farmers in Malaysia are 40 and above of age. So initially I found that they are quite skeptical using the system, but the good point is that all of them are using, they have handphones, and the basic handphones, they receive SMS, text. So this is all that we need from them. So I guess some of them enjoy the training, maybe not all. So we set up the system in our project progress report. We help the farmers. We set up the systems, trainings, and we publish papers based on the training itself. And these are the systems. And our next activity was to sustain the building to peace system instead of improve our system. So this is still an ongoing system, even though it has been deployed in Kedah itself. And our next activity is to extend this project to other farming communities in Southeast Asia. So what we have already done, science officers there, in order to get more feedbacks. Okay, because we are, as you were saying, our first speaker, is that we need to solve local problems basically before we go globally. Alright. So we're still conducting more studies in order to improve the system as well as the local problems faced by our users. And alright, this is just a picture of our activities in Raja Ampat University. We have received almost 5,000 SMS or texts as of 1st December 2011 from the farmers in that community itself in Kedah. And from that report,
yeah, please.
It's a question of understanding. At the moment, you offer both the internet access and the SMS service.
Yes, yes.
Okay, any other question?
With the internet access, how frequently is used?
Mainly the internet access was used by the officers from the MADA office because they have the internet access. The farmers, they don't because, yeah. So,
weather forecast, seeding information, fertilizer and so on.
Yes.
Can they ask questions in return?
Yes, they ask questions. And the officers will reply whatever informations. The things that usually, I'm sorry I didn't mention here earlier, whenever there is information to be disseminated to the farmers, what the officers do is they take this PA system and go around the village using the vehicles and announce to the farmers. Or they just put a poster in the office itself. And the farmers didn't go to the center to look at the announcement.
We should be asking where we're going. We should be thinking, but we're still going. But until the time when we say jump the ship, right? Revisiting MDGs is timely. It's integral because you value development challenges that has to go on within the human beings. And we educators have to be responsible for nourishing and cultivating, and as we are doing that, we are rehumanizing ourselves as well through our mission. So personally, I think educators are the luckiest group of people in the whole world, because as we do our job, we get a chance to reflect all the time. What impact are we creating? Is it really empowering when I teach? Is it empowering when I and my students go out there in the field and conduct participatory action research? I mean, in philosophy, in theory it is, but in reality, is it not sometimes? You didn't feel as though it is empowered and whatnot. Equipped to know that the world can begin in partnership between community and policy are imposing on them. There are many communities in Thailand that cannot say a word because it's already there's a top-down policy decision to say that we want this to be part of the Southern Sea for Action movement, acknowledge the spiritual knowledge of the people. We go out there and learn from them. What is love? Why do they love that poison in their canals? Anyway, that's a long story. But back to this framework then, the security of human and all these ways of a roadmap towards sustainable future, and produce the sound analysis. Then we can work separately. I didn't even finish my objectives, but indeed, I in fact want to discuss the possibility of using engagement movement in lines with sustainable development. I think that's too complicated. Maybe Dr. Paul can help me on that later.